All right. Let's move on. Who do we got next, T?
We can go to Raj, I think the name, or
oh,
we can
Richard?
go back to the first.
Let's go back to the first one.
Sure.
That was Frederick, right? Or Wabochi?
Wabochi.
Wabochi. I like saying that. Wabochi. Okay. Let's check out Wabochi.
Now this one, I think only audio.
There's only audio. There's a picture of a drum kit, so I won't be able to see him play, but we can hear him play. All right. Let's listen. Fantastic, fantastic. Like I said, unfortunately, we can't see you play, but we can hear you play. So I'm not sure if the video just wasn't working for you or if you just decided to do that. But either way, we could hear you play, and the audio was fantastic. Okay, so Frederick, or Waboche, says, skill level is beginner. What do you want to improve? Everything. Woohoo! All right. Biggest weakness, I am too new to know. Okay, that's fair enough. What the instructor should focus on? Everything. Okay, well, let's do everything at your level. How about that? And your goal as a drummer is to be a professional. Okay, so my notes, I said, hello, Frederick, and thank you for the song submission. You know, considering you just started playing, you sound really good, you know, because your timing is good and it's tight. You're right on time. And that's the most important thing for anybody who's starting out, is to be able to stay locked in with a song. And you know, you're playing a very quarter note heavy type of beat, and that's perfect, right? Because it's hard to keep those limbs locked in with that quarter note feel. So you have the quarter note feel down, okay? So let's expand your playing, okay? Because, you know, there's only so much we can do with the quarter note until we get bored. Right? Other than speed it up and play some fast punk stuff. So I got some links for you to check out with some lessons and courses. Okay, so since you consider yourself a beginner, you know, it's funny because when I'm doing these reviews, I'll go to the search menu and I just type in beginner, boom, and I'll look and see. And sometimes I forget about the lessons that I've done. I think I've done over 300 lessons, and it's hard to believe that I've done that many. And I go, hey, there's a lesson here that I talk about with my students all the time. Since today you're my student, I have to recommend 5 beginner drumming techniques that you need to know, and that's an old lesson that I did probably 5 or 6 years ago. You know, work through that. You're going to definitely understand the concept of just some ideas that you need to grasp onto, and the title says it all. You know, 5 beginner drumming techniques that you need to know. Okay, now. DRUMEO did a wonderful thing starting in January. It's such a great thing, which is released the DRUMEO method for anybody who wants to follow step-by-step instruction from absolute beginner, and it's going to continue on all the way for 12 months. So DRUMEO method level 1, perfect for every beginner. I've heard so many great student reviews and feedback from people saying, man, I've been working through the method. This is absolutely what I needed. So perfect. So work on, I gave you the link to DRUMEO method level 1, okay? Once you feel comfortable, like, remember, it's not a race, it's a journey, okay? If you feel comfortable and you can understand what's happening in level 1, maybe before you decide to do another student review for us, maybe check out 1 or 2 lessons in level 2, just to kind of see if you're ready for that yet. I don't ever want to hold anybody back, but I want to make sure that you understand the basics and the concepts of what we're doing first before you jump ahead. Because a lot of students skip the basics, and I find that that's a pretty challenging thing sometimes when they go up to something and they go, oh, I don't know what a flam is. It might have been mentioned in the first video, right? So I would definitely make sure that you're comfortable with level 1 before going to level 2. Now, like I said, unfortunately, because we couldn't see your video, I can't comment on technique or seat height or anything like that. The kit looks really cool. It's like you have a really cool area to practice in. It's almost like the same floor as the DRUMEO floor here. So I liked what you got there. And your kit looked like it was set up pretty nicely and pretty good. Didn't see anything out of the ordinary there, so I wouldn't comment anything on that. But I think for future, if you can get the camera working and sync it up with the audio, that would just be very helpful for all of us here to check that out, right? But I think what you're doing right now is great, okay? But once you go through these courses that I'm talking about, I think this is going to be a really good kickstart for you to get you going, okay, now I know what direction I'm going. Because as soon as you even get to the end of level 1, you're going to have so many new concepts to work on. And like I said, don't feel overwhelmed, because some people will say, well, I'm a beginner, do I need to learn everything? Well, it's impossible. Everything what? But how about everything you need for now? Let's say this is if I go to the buffet, you know, I probably don't have everything at the buffet. I probably just take what I like and what I need. Sure, everything looks good, but I can't eat that much. So it's the same kind of thing. Our brain can't absorb too much stuff. So make sure you're just sitting down with what's fun for you. If you find it easy, move on. If you find it challenging, work on it. And then if it's too challenging, come back to it, like work on some other things and then come back to it and then keep pushing yourself. But I would say have some fun, keep up the great work, and I'd love to see you sometime in the future again, my friend. That was awesome. So great job. All right.